Lythrum salicaria, or more commonly known as purple loosestrife, is an exotic invasive species to North America, originating from Europe and Asia. This full sun perennial ranges in height from 3 to 10 feet, usually around 5. Its magenta purple flowers bloom from June to September, with each having about 5 to 7 petals each, with a small yellow center. These beautiful flowers help it to be easily noticed and identified, which can be helpful in the removal process. Purple loosestrife reproduces sexually by seed as well as asexually by vegetative propagules, which unfortunately help it to be so aggressive. It is a semi-aquatic species that establishes itself in primarily freshwater wetlands like marshes, swamps, roadside drainage ditches, and wet meadows. This plant invades marshes and lake shores as well as replacing native wetland plants. Purple loosestrife is a good source of food and does not make for good nesting sites for several native wetland animals. Also, in the invasion of purple loosestrife in North American wetlands alters decomposition rates and nutrient cycling, leading to reduction in plant diversity and pollination and seed output of native plants. The invasion of this plant also leads to reduction of habitat suitability for specialized wetland bird species such as black terns, least bitterns, pied-billed grebes, and marsh wrens. For these reasons and more, this plant causes a huge threat to native, endangered, and threatened plant and animal species. Clearly, action needed to be taken. Since 1992, action has been taken on this aggressive plant, which has been making a widely positive impact. Many efforts have been taken to control this aggressive plant. One of these methods is mechanical removal, which has been successful in areas where populations are small by ripping out the plants, including all their roots, and bagging and removing them from the site. This is a great way to help out as an individual. Start out by identifying the plant, and if it is a small patch, use this mechanical method of control. Another method that has been used is chemical control, which is put in action by the use of herbicide. A significant disadvantage of this method is the notions of negative health effects when using such chemicals, and may also affect other plants that are in the local area of where the chemicals are applied. The most successful method has been biocontrol. It has been proven to be one of the most viable long-term control methods of purple loosestrife, as well as one of the least costly methods. The most successful has been natural herbivorous insect predators of purple loosestrife, which have been brought to the state of Wisconsin since 1994. These insects live on purple loosestrife exclusively, so do not cause a threat to other plants. These insects have been proven to effectively decrease purple loosestrife's size and seed output, which is a huge positive. 2 weevil species, one root mining named Hylobius transverotatus, and a flower-eating one named Nanophyus marmoratus have been released. Also 2 leaf beetles have been released, Gallerusella pusilla and Gallerusella calmariensis, or shortened to Sella beetles, have been positive agents of biocontrol. These leaf beetles are small, foliage-feeding beetles. The larva feeding of this beetle causes the most damage in complete defoliation of plants. Weevils are plant-feeding beetles with long snouts that have chewing mouthparts at the tip, and just like the Sella beetles, the larva causes the most damage to the plant. The 2 types of Sella beetles are the insects that will be given to you through the Wisconsin DNR if you own land that you are wanting to control local populations of purple loosestrife on, which is a fun thing to do as well as a great local conservation effort to take part in. Having these insects on purple loosestrife have greatly decreased populations. It's great that populations are decreasing, but unfortunately the problem of this plant will be around for a very long time. However, decreasing the populations have greatly and will continue to greatly decrease the effects of this plant on wetland ecosystems. learning through this study how effective biocontrol can be to reduce invasive species and help restore ecosystems, help it show that this is a valid method to be used in the future on other possible plants when in need of control. So in conclusion, there are a few things to remember and take away. In North America, Lythrum Salicaria, the one with purple flowers, have a lot of horsepower, is really bad, and needs the help of all willing hands. To extricate this plant would be pretty great to native wetland plants and eco-restorate. So if you see it, try to rip it and educate others, because to local nature, this plant is a bother.